Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Sorry if the voice is off during this video, my microphone battery died and I don't have a new one with me, so hopefully you can endure it throughout the video. I have Sandy beside me sleeping, keeping me company, and I am going to be talking about my absolute favorite beauty products of 2016. Also, you guys want to stay to the end of the video because I am doing a little giveaway for reaching 150,000 on my channel. I can't believe it. It's incredible. Last January 9th I hit 60,000, so 90,000 new people on my channel watching my videos is crazy to me. I can't believe this is just everything's coming true and this next year is going to be amazing. Although 2016 has been the best year to date. I traveled lots, Patty and I got engaged, we got married twice, got a dog, we bought a house. So many incredible life moments that I will never forget and cherish forever, including having more of you guys on my channel. So I just want to say a big thank you, and one of you guys will win, so make sure to watch to the end of the video on how you can win. But if you want to see my ultimate favorite beauty products of 2016, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with basically how I do my makeup and just categorize the products in that way, because I think that's the easiest way to display it. So I'm going to start off with primer. If you watch my channel, I really don't wear primer, like really on my eyelids or my face, but the one primer I use and I decided to splurge out this year when I went to Canada in October is, oh my goodness, this name, Essence d'Éclat à la Pure Radiant, oh I'm reading the French. Ugh. Radiance Concentrate with Pure Gold. I use this when I worked at Sephora as a pro artist for Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I always took home samples of this primer because I loved it so much, but I didn't love the price tag. I got married in October and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it because I really want this primer. If you want to splurge and you want something that like tightens your face and has very luxurious feel to it, then this is an amazing primer. Moving on to foundation. There was one foundation that really, I think, stole the show this year, and I didn't expect it, but last year my skin really cleared up, and then I don't know what happened in like early spring and then all summer until like a month ago. My skin just wasn't loving life. It was like up and down. Sometimes it was good and then sometimes it was like full on acne. So when I wanted to cover my skin and just feel a little bit more confident in myself, I was using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I don't know what I would have done without this foundation this year, especially on those rough skin days. This is amazing. I know some people feel a little about it. I didn't know what word to use, so that's the best, but it can be very heavy. I really used a light hand with this, and I used a beauty blender, which even applies it lighter. Love this foundation. I've gone through 2 bottles of Tawny, I think. Yeah, Tawny, and then I have Fawn when I was lighter, and then I would mix them in between. I haven't been wearing it recently just because my skin has been doing a lot better. So the foundation I use when I feel a little bit more confident in my skin and I don't mind if a couple little flaws shine through is my NARS Sheer Glow in Punjab. This bottle is finished. I think I'm on my 3rd one, but this is just a great one. I always mixed it in with foundations if I didn't like the consistency of the other one, but I like the color. I love this consistency. It definitely isn't a long wearing foundation, but it sits beautifully on the skin. I'm wearing it today. I just have to really make sure to set the areas that do get oily, but for an everyday foundation, this has definitely been my favorite. And for rough skin times, and if I was really breaking out, or just for events and parties in general, this has been my favorite this year. Alright, moving on to concealer. I have a couple concealers here. I don't think I can pick one because all of these were just so useful this year. So the first one is the Born This Way Coconut Radiance Concealer. I use this for a good chunk of the year. Love the smell. Some people think it's a little bit too potent, but I'm a coconut fiend, so I'm all about the coconut smell. I just thought it was really light under the eyes. I sometimes go through stages where my under eyes are extremely dry. I think my medicated acne cream can really dry it out if I get too close, so sometimes my under eyes get really dry, and this is just really hydrating and light in coverage so it doesn't cake up. My second favorite is amazing for spot concealing. A lot of people love it for using it under their eyes, but I find it a little bit too cakey. I prefer something a little bit lighter in coverage just because I don't really suffer from dark under eyes. I just want something to conceal and just kind of go with the rest of my makeup. But for spot concealing, This is my favorite concealer, and it is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This concealer I've purchased like 3 or 4 times. It definitely keeps going up in price jumps. I don't know why, but it gets more and more expensive every time I go and purchase it, but I do love it and I think it's amazing for spot concealing. Okay, now moving on to setting powders. This one is a no-brainer for you guys. I'm sure you already know exactly what I'm going to say, and it is the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I think I use this in every single one of my tutorials, and if not, then I just didn't use a setting powder. I've used this for 2 years straight, so I'm gonna put it down for a little bit and try something new and let you know how I feel. I know it's always there and available if I want to go back to it, but I need to branch out with my setting powders, and you guys know that as well, but it is my absolute favorite product in this entire video. Moving on to bronzer, I'm a bronzer fiend. I love looking bronzed and golden, and I'm guessing you already know what I'm going to say for the first bronzer, but NYX Medium Matte Bronzer has been a well-loved bronzer this year. Absolutely love the formula, the color, and honestly, considering how much I used it, there's really not a big dent. I just hit pan, so it's like the smallest little mark, but it is well loved, it is super cheap, and it lasts forever too, which is really great. Honestly, I would repurchase this in a second. I wouldn't even think about it. I love it a lot more than high-end bronzers, although the next one I'm going to mention is my favorite contouring powder, not necessarily my favorite bronzer. And you guys also saw this a lot in my videos, and it is the Tom Ford Terra Bronzer. This has been well loved as well. It is definitely only a ring left around the edges, so I don't reach for it as much because I do want to preserve it because it is quite expensive. This is one of my favorite products from Tom Ford, other than something that I'm mentioning later. Both of these bronzers have been my favorite this year and extremely well loved. Alright, moving on to blush. The first favorite is my MAC Warm Soul Blush. I wore this a lot during the summer and going into fall. It is such a beautiful, warm, peachy, bronzy color. Totally up my alley. It blends beautifully with that NYX matte bronzer. It's such a beautiful combination, but one of my favorite blushes. Like, you can't even tell that it's been used, and I definitely used it a lot this summer. I feel like I'm like awkwardly sitting because I'm on my bed, but I feel like my hair is getting cut off, and oh, I'm a hot mess. I've been getting really bad vertigo in the mornings, and I don't know if there's water in my ear or something, so I just feel like really out of sorts, but I really wanted to film this video for you guys. So excuse the hot mess situation that is going on here. So moving on to highlighters, I think highlighters had the biggest launch this year. Every single brand came out with so many highlighters. So the first highlighter that I used a lot this year was actually this 17 Instant Glow Shimmer Brick. I think it's a great dupe for the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks. It's a lot cheaper. This one's a beautiful bronzy color. I do have the other one that's like a champagne pink that I also love, but I just thought it gave a really nice sheen, like a wash of a highlight rather than like intense highlight on days where I just didn't have anywhere that I wanted to put an intense highlight. This collection came out really late last year, but it has got to be one that I think everyone still talks about, and it is the BeccaXJaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful highlight. Very intense though, so if you don't like a really intense highlight, then I wouldn't really suggest this, but if you like to spot highlight like me, it kind of just refines focus into those small areas rather than bigger areas. I would use a softer highlight, maybe on my cheeks or forehead, and then a really intense spotlight highlight like this one. Got a lot of use out of this, especially her splits with the blushes as well. Great to travel with, and I just thought it was really beautiful, and I got a lot of use out of it this year. Moving on to eyes. If you know me, I'm pretty boring when it comes to my eye look. It's pretty much the same thing all the time on an everyday basis, but I have 3 eyeshadows that are my favorite single eyeshadows that I used so much this year. They're perfect on their own. They're just that perfect wash of color, and it really just complemented my eye, and I got a lot of use out of. The first one is Urban Decay Riff. This is my favorite transition color slash all over my lid color. It's a warm brown color. It looks matte in the pan, but there's the slightest sheen to it. It blends beautifully. Urban Decay eyeshadows are one of my favorite eyeshadows, as well as Anastasia. Beautifully formulated, and this color is absolutely stunning on blue eyes. Like, the contrast is incredible. This one was definitely a favorite this year. Next, also from Urban Decay, was Space Cowboy. You guys saw this a lot in summer, and then fall I would put Riff in my crease and then Space Cowboy all over my lid. And it was kind of like an iridescent, pinky, Oh, I'm really bad at explaining this, guys. I really recommend swatching this if you go to Sephora, House of Fraser, or Debenhams because it's such a beautiful color and I think it's so underrated. I also was a massive fan of Colourpop single eyeshadows this year. I got a lot of use out of the color Amaze. Again, a bronzy rose gold color, one of my favorites. I think it just looks really pretty on blue eyes. I always wore this all over my lid and then just blended it upwards with my finger. Such an easy color to pop on an everyday basis. Okay, you guys know I love my single eyeshadows, but I did have a couple of palette favorites. I can't pick one of anything. Like, I'm honestly so bad. I'm looking at all these favorites and there's like 3 or 4 in every category, so I'm so sorry. At least you know I will never have a favorite child because I can't ever pick one. It's a really bad comparison. But moving on to eyeshadow palettes, got a lot of use out of my Tarte Tartelette in Bloom. This is the second one. Such a beautiful palette. It's also in my makeup bag at all times because of the mirror. Great size mirrors, so if you need something to travel with, I recommend these ones because it's a good mirror. But these colors are just so beautiful. I got a lot of wear out of this. There's a lot of dents in these colors, so loved this palette this year. I also, this is more of a recent launch, but Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with some amazing palettes this year. The one that stole the show for me was the Master palette by Mario. Beautiful colors. Like, this is just one of my favorite palettes. It's a lot of shimmers, but you guys know I'm all about that bronzy sunset kind of colors on my eye, and I don't really wear mattes that much, and this palette is just stunning. It has all those warm tones. It just has that perfect golden bronzy goddess feel to it, and such a fan. I haven't been using it that much recently just because I honestly haven't been wearing that much eyeshadow a lot, but I do love this palette and it's a great one to travel with. Moving on to mascara, I have 3 favorites. Again, I can't really pick one. I'm going to start off with my absolute favorite, and it is the CoverGirl Supersizer Fibers Mascara. This is incredible and I've talked about it so much. It lengthens my lashes, it doesn't clump them together. It's such a beautiful mascara, and I hate that you can't get CoverGirl here in the UK. When I go back home in February, I'm definitely picking up a bunch more because this was my favorite mascara of this year. I guess I could just like leave it there because I basically just said that was my favorite, but I'm not going to. These will just be honorable mentions, but like also my top favorites as well. The next one is the Rimmel Extreme Black Volume Mascara Flash x10. Hate the name because it takes forever to say, but love this mascara, and it doesn't run out. Like, it hasn't dried up at all. It really just builds up. If you want like voluminous lashes, then this is the mascara for you. So quickly going back to the CoverGirl one, the reason I love this one so much is because my old absolute favorite was the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This is still an absolute favorite, but because I found this one, it's basically a dupe, so I don't really use this one as much because this one's a lot cheaper. But since this is not in the UK, I feel like I'm like playing the drums and just going back and forth. You know what they look like. Anyways, the Benefit Roller Lash I have been going back to just because I haven't repurchased another CoverGirl one. Similar formula, gives a similar effect, only one's a bit cheaper. My favorite brow gel was the Benefit Brow Tones. You guys see this a lot also in my videos. Just keeps my brows in place, also adds a little tint, not so much like fiber like the Gimme Brow. This one is thinner in formula and it just keeps them in place and adds a little bit of highlight to my brow. Moving on to eyeliner, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. My absolute favorite liquid liner is, you got it, Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. I used it every single day. I think I tried 2 other ones for like a hot minute there, and like you never saw it again because it just, nothing competes with this. This is my 3rd one. I need to purchase another one. It lasts for about 3 months, which is pretty good considering I use it every single day. Like, I'm not joking. You see a cat eye every single day, guys. It is the quickest liner every time. Like, I don't spend a lot of time. I used to always use a felt tip liner and I feel like it just wasn't as smooth and linear, if that makes sense. But this has definitely beat every other liner I've used. You guys see it all the time, so that's an obvious favorite of 2016. The 2 liners that I like to use underneath my eye are Urban Decay Whisky. This is like a matte brown color. It lasts forever. Really, really love this liner. And then the other one, I can't find it, but you guys see it a lot in my videos, and it is the Colourpop Get Paid liner. Both of these colors are just perfect on the lower lash line whenever you have a cat eye. They just complement the look completely, and those are the 3 liners that I've used the most in 2016. We are almost through this, guys, just a bit longer. I wanted to mention my favorite lashes. I always wear these lashes in videos or on an everyday basis, and you guys always wonder, and it is the Ardell Demi Wispies cut in half. I never really wear the full lash just because it always annoys the inner corner of my eye and they always pop off, so I cut them in half and then put them on the outer corner of my eyes. Favorite lash ever, that's why I only really wear 1 or 2 coats of mascara and then pop on a lash. Okay, the time has come. My favorite lip products. My most asked comment? My most asked question comment? I feel like the one thing that everyone asks me the most is what's on my lips. That is the most commented thing on my channel, on my Instagram, on Snapchat. You guys are always wondering what is on my lips, so I just didn't think it would be right if I only picked one thing, you know what I mean? Like I had to really tell you my absolute favorite. So liners, we have like 5 here. The 3 liners that are like always in my makeup bag, in my purse, like they're just like staples in my life. I cannot live without these lip liners. The 3 ones from MAC. We have Stripdown, that is like a brown nude color. I think it's beautiful with any nude you pair it with. The next one is Whirl. If I had to pick one, it would be hard, but I would probably stick with Whirl. It goes with any, honestly any lipstick color, to be honest. It's just the perfect lip liner ever you need it. The next one is Soar. Soar is just that beautiful color that really gives you that pouty looking rosy mauve lip. So those 3 colors from MAC are staples. Like I've repurchased them 3 to 4 times. I love them. I do mix them with lipsticks a lot, but I do wear them on their own as well. That's why I think it's such a great dual kind of product, because it's like a lipstick in one, because they last long and they're just such pretty colors. Like honestly guys, you need those 3 lip liners. They're so good. I have a couple here. Again, I'm going to start with my ultimate favorites, and they are MAC Faux and MAC Velvet Teddy. Teddy just repurchased this for me again at Christmas. My favorite, I'm wearing it right now with MAC Stripdown and then a little bit of Jeffree Star I'm Nude in the center. So that's 3 different colors just to create this combination. So I always mix my lipsticks to get the color that I really want. But Velvet Teddy and Faux has been a favorite for like 5 years. If you ask all of my friends what lipstick was like my go-to from MAC, it's been Faux. I've honestly been through like 4 of these. Oh my goodness, I am going crazy. I've honestly been through 4 of these lipsticks. I love Faux. It's one I always have in my makeup bag or the one in my purse. Such a great color, and it just really complements all of those lip liners that I mentioned. So I'm very sorry if you only wanted 1 product from every category. Clearly I just have too many favorites, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I just had a lot of love for a lot of products this year, and I can't wait to see what comes out next year, and hopefully I can minimize it next year. But if you made it to this part in the video, I want to tell you what you can get in this giveaway. I want to say a big thank you to all of my new subscribers. We hit 150,000. I think we're at like, I don't know what we're at. Patty always tells me and then I forget, but I think we're almost at 155 if I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just so thankful for all of your support and encouragement, and I'm just excited for another year with you guys and new faces on my channel. So I wanted to say thank you by hosting a little giveaway. So first off, you will be getting this really pretty, I don't think it's leather, I'm guessing it's faux leather. It's one of those bags that can like fold over like a clutch, but I put a lot of things in it, so it's not gonna fold over right now. But what you get in it is, so in no particular order because I'm just gonna pick it out. The first thing is Thrive Cosmetic lashes, and these are in the style Robin. Really pretty full fluttery lashes. You can cut these in half and do what I do with my Demi Wispies. And along with that, you're also going to get my absolute favorite lash adhesive. And this is also from Thrive. I love this lash adhesive. It's vegan, it's latex free, it's paraben free. It's just like a really good lash adhesive. So that will go hand in hand together. The next thing in this is CoverGirl Supersizer Fiber Mascara, my absolute favorite mascara. If you don't have CoverGirl where you're from, then hopefully you can enjoy it and try something new, because I've really enjoyed this mascara this year, so I wanted to put that in there. There is also Browsings. This is from Benefit. This is their powder brow filler-iner. It's like the worst explanation ever, but this is really great if you like to fill in your brows with powder. There's also the Highbrow Glow Pencil from Benefit, and this just really lifts your brow and gives that nice little highlight to them. The next item is BeccaXJaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Highlighter. This is the pressed powder highlighter. It was in today's video, so you guys already know that I love it. There's also going to be this Colourpop Super Shock Cheek Bronzer in, they really don't ever have their names on, I don't know, it's like a bronzer color. So I also put in the Love Raw Natural Deodorant in Sandalwood and Vanilla. I've put 2 Essence products in there. The first one is this Essence Mosaic Blush in All You Need Is Pink, and also this eyeshadow called Mr. Macabean, and it's the velvet one, and these eyeshadows are really nice and creamy to blend out. I've also put 3 of the Miss Sporty pencils. There's 2 eye ones. This one is in the shade Strawberry Coulis, Gold Almond. That looks really pretty. And then a lip shade in, it doesn't have a name, but it's like a peachy sheen color, which is also really pretty. And then I also put a liquid liner from Rimmel. It's the Rimmel 24-Hour Waterproof Scandal Eyes Bold. And then the last 3 products that are in this giveaway are the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This is a fan favorite again across YouTube. I've also put in the Balm Liquid Lipstick in Committed. Beautiful rosy nude shade, and I love the smell of these liquid lipsticks. They're like a nice minty scent. And lastly, you will be getting NARS Orgasm Blush. This is their best-selling blush. Beautiful shade, especially if you have blue eyes, because there's a peachy gold kind of sheen in there and it just really complements them. So you'll be getting all of those products inside, plus the Make It Forever makeup bag. And all you need to do is write down below your absolute favorite product from 2016. Try to stick to one, but if you're like me, then you can put like 100 in there. I don't really care. But that's all you need to do. Just comment down below and tell me your favorite 2016 beauty product. So again, thank you all so much for watching my channel this year. It means the absolute world to me. I love you all so much, and I'm just excited for what 2017 has to offer. Don't forget to like and share with your friends and subscribe. The button is right there. Also, don't forget to comment down below your favorite 2016 beauty product so you have a chance to win this. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week and weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!